It's a beautiful day for golf. We'll be playing 18 holes together every shot. Today, I'm playing at my home golf course. We're trying to beat the golf course. This is attempt number 4. I will attempt to break par here someday, but today's goal is to break 90. Tee shot was great. Now left with the second shot, 122 yards, and it's on the green. I used a 9-iron. 12-foot putt here for birdie and just pulled it left. Left with a 2-footer for par and just missed that. Wow. And tap in for bogey, a 3-putt. Tip number 1 for breaking 90, play bogey golf. That means try to average a bogey for every hole. Thank you for stopping by. Please do subscribe. It helps the channel so much. Hole 2, par 4, 414 yards. Hit a driver and just skied it. It's not far, but on the middle of the fairway. Second shot, 242 yards left. I elected a 3-wood and just faded it a lot. Third shot here. Just hit it fat. Couldn't get it onto the green. Fourth shot, a little chip. It's up on the green. 6-footer. And missed it. So we have a double bogey. Tip number 2, get on the green in GER plus 1 shots. So on a par 4, I needed to get on the green on 3 shots. I failed to do that, but try to do that to break 90. Hole 3, par 3, 166 yards. Elected a 4 hybrid. It just goes over the green. Chipping downhill with a 56-degree wedge, and it's on the green. Little 10-footer for par, missed it. A 3-footer and missed it. 3-putt again, a double bogey. Tip number 3, avoid 3-putting. Practice this. Try not to 3-putt. Hole 4, par 4, 353 yards. Elected a 5-wood and it's safely on the right side of the fairway. Second shot, 165 yards. I elected a 4 hybrid and got it onto the green. Long birdie putt here, 60-footer down the hill.
Yeah, we'll come pick that up. I think I'll take that. Thank you.
Tip number 4, know your distances for each club. Know your carry distance and your total distance. Here on this shot, I had to carry the bunker and get it onto the green. So it's very important for each club to know that.
Born as a scramble team,
Hole 5, par 5, 454 yards, electing a driver, and just yanked it right. Tried a low punch shot with a 5-iron and just hit the tree. Punch shot again, now this time with a driver, and it's good distance onto the fairway. 66 yards out, elected a 56-degree wedge, a little half swing, just missed short of the green. Putting it up there for 20 feet, missed it, but a tap-in bogey. So tip number 5 to break 90, you got to develop a low punch shot. Either driver off the deck or a wood off the deck or back of stance irons, low irons. That would be great. Hole 6, par 4, 367 yards. And look at that, folks. It's a draw with a driver.
So happy.
Second shot, 132 yards out. And just hit it to the right. I really tried to muscle a 9-iron. Third shot. Happy. I got it on the green. Chipped it on with a 56-degree wedge. And downhill putt. 20 feet and missed it. Tap in for bogey. Tip number 7, practice chipping inside 50 yards a lot. Hole 7, par 3, 162 yards. Electing a 5-iron And I do get it onto the green.
Give it a go.
Nice gur. Now I got this long 60-footer up the hill for birdie and left it short. Second putt here, 12 feet. Almost made it, but just missed. And we have a tap in for a bogey. Tip number 7, aim for the middle of the green. To break 90, you need to get as many greens and regulations as you can. Aiming middle of the green is a great method. Even back of the green could work too. Hole 8, par 4, 360 yards.
Ah, beauty there. Moonball, but a mile out there.
Thank you.
Second shot, 115 yards. Elected a pitching wedge and just yanked it right again. Chipping up with a 56-degree wedge, and it's onto the green. A little 8-footer here for par. And missed it to the right. Tap in for bogey. Tip number 8, play your shot shape. I tend to miss to the right a lot. I forget to close the face, so I should have aimed more left and played the fade. Don't be afraid to just play your shot shape. Hole 9, par 5, 493 yards. Driver right of the fairway, but still safe. Good distance. Second shot, 268 yards. Bit scared of the power tower, so just got it down there with a 3-wood. Third shot, 90 yards. Electing a pitching wedge, a 3/4 swing, and it's down the hill and onto the green. Nice gur. 60-foot putt down, and you got to trust me that I made that. Tip number 9, you got to practice your tee shots. Try to get good distance off the tee. Either your driver or your 3-wood or your 5-wood. You just need to get good distance, 200 yards or more. At the turn, we're at 45, a +9. Our key statistics today, penalties off the tee, 0 for 9, 0%. That is great. That is a key to breaking 90. Greens and regulations, pretty good percentage, but some 3 putts. Hole 10, par 4, 354 yards, electing a 5-wood, and it just leaks to the right again. Trying to play a fade here with a 5-wood, and just nicks the tree. Now left with 100 yards here. Electing a half swing pitching wedge, and just over the green. Chipping down the hill. And it just gets stuck in the fringe. Putting from the fringe downhill. And it's a great lag putt. But it's a tap in for a double bogey. So tip number 10, you got to avoid penalties off the tee. So hit a club that's safe. You do not want to go out of bounds. I often play the 5-wood off the tee. Hole 11, par 375 yards, and it's pretty good on the left side on the fringe. The guys in front of me have let me play through, so I'm playing fast. Chipped with a putter and made it. What a shot. A birdie. I can't celebrate out loud, but I'm super happy. Tip number 11, how to break 90. You got to do low risk chipping. That's like putting off the fringe, using a pitching wedge, a 9-iron. Try not to chip so much with that 60-degree wedge and high-risk stuff. Hole 12, par 4, 393 yards.
Thanks, guys.
Elected a 5-wood, just leaked it right. Playing a fade with a 3-wood, just getting it onto the fairway again. Third shot here, 40 yards. That's my finesse wedge, 56-degree half swing, and got it onto the green. 25 footer down the hill. I'm playing fast, walking as I'm putting. 6 footer here for bogey and made it luckily. So tip number 12, practice putt 6 feet and in a lot. You got to try to be automatic from 6 feet and in. 6 footers, 5 footers, 4 footers, 3 footers, 2 footers. You got to just make those. Hole 13 is a par 5, 498 yards, electing a driver, and it's a pretty good fade right into the middle of the fairway. Happy with that. Second shot, 3 wood, 268 yards still, and it's a good distance and down the fairway. Third shot, 80 yards, and just left side and on the fringe. Played a pitching wedge there. Putting up the hill with a putter off the fringe. Comes up short. 7 footer here. And missed it. And a tap in for bogey. Tip number 13. You really need a second shot that goes a long distance. So you got to really practice off the deck 3 woods, 5 woods. You just got to get good distance for a second shot, especially on par 5s. Hole 14, par 4, 375 yards. Electing a driver, and it faded again. Good distance and good position to get a gur. Second shot. 195 yards. The pin is on the back. And electing a 5 wood, and it just leaks to the right a bit. So we're on the fringe, pin high. Not that great of a putt. Left with the 8 footer. And it's in for a nice par, a nice scramble. So tip number 14, how to break 90. You got to choose a green reading technique. You could use plumb bob. You could mark your ball. You could put a line on your ball. You could use aim point. Any of those. Just stick to a green reading technique and get good at it. Hole 15, par 3, 122 yards. The pin is in the front. And just made it over. I elected a 9-iron there. Chipping up with a 56-degree wedge, and we got a 6 footer here for par, and just missed left, and it's a bogey. Although I was disappointed, it's still a bogey. Tip number 15, club up to get over a penalty area. So I elected a 9-iron. I probably should have picked an 8-iron. You could also aim for back of the green there to definitely make it over the water there. We want to avoid penalties at all costs to break 90. Hole 16, par 4. 404 yards. Electing a driver, and that is such a bad slice to the right. Second shot, still 199 yards, electing a 5 wood, and just nicks the tree, but it's on the fairway. 85 yards here. Half pitching wedge. And it's safely on the green. Downhill putt, 25 feet. Just missed, great leg putt, and a tap in for a bogey. Bogeys are great. Tip number 16, for all your wedges, you got to practice the 1/4 swing, the half swing, the 3/4 swing, the full swing, and just know your carry distance and your total distances for each of those swings and each of those wedges. That way you can be very accurate on your under 100 yards distances. Hole 17, par 5, 489 yards. I aim more left with my driver, and it ended more in play on the right side there. .270 left to the flag. I just laid up here. Use the iron, hit it fat a bit, but got it down there. Third shot, 175 yards. Elected a 4 hybrid and just thinned it over the green. Chipping up with a 56-degree wedge. And I got myself an 18-footer here. Just didn't turn for me. Tapping for bogey. So tip number 17, you got to plan ahead. Map out your round. There's a good book on Amazon called Golf Holes Mapping Journal. And here you could like sketch out each hole. So for example, on hole 17 that I just did, I could sketch out where the creek is. My driver is 489 yards. The tee box is 489 away. I could hit a driver 230. Then second shot, I could lay up before the creek. So I could hit a gap wedge 100 yards. And then from before the creek, I could get onto the green. So I could use a 4 hybrid to get on the green. So I really recommend you map out each of your holes. And that book is great for you to sketch it out. Hole 18, par 4, 384 yards. Just really grounded the ball with my driver. Not happy with that. 300 yards, driver off the deck, and it's a nice fade with the driver. Great distance. Third shot here, 88 yards. Electing a 3/4 swing pitching wedge, and it's onto the green. Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe before you leave. It helps the channel so much. Left to right, putt, and just missed. I thought I had it. And tap in for bogey. So final score today, 88 plus 16. We did break 90, and you got 18 tips today. Beat the golf course milestones. We've broken 100, 90, and 85. We still got to break 80 and 75 and 72. Tip number 18, you got to set goals. There's a great 2025 golf planner out there on Amazon. Just everything you need as a golfer. On the first page, there's a calendar. Second page, you could set your 2025 golf goals. There's my golf goals, and then you could enter in the tournaments you're planning to play. And every week, there's an area to plan out your week. What are you going to practice for golf? Short game, simulator, 9 holes, 18 holes. And then on the back, you can actually keep the statistics of your rounds. A very helpful grid. So for this round, you could fill out everything that you need to improve. You could fill out your score, what you get for each hole. Did you get any penalties? Did you get fairways? Did you get GERs? All of this stuff, all of this amazing stats. And then you could total everything up on the right. And for me, I see that my GER was only 22%, and I need to improve that. And my 3 putting and my scrambling. I know what to practice. So final score, 88 plus 16. The key statistics, no penalties off the tee. The GERs was only 22%. I could definitely improve on that. But the big ones are 3 putting and scrambling. There's a squirrel. And I want to thank you for watching. And I'm sure you'll love this next video where